We begin tonight with breaking news in Arizona politics. Former Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich passed away on Monday.
He apparently died of a heart attack. The longtime attorney and prosecutor was a powerful voice in Arizona for nearly 4 decades, but it was his vibrant personality that made him such a compelling figure. Mark Brnovich was the son of Yugoslavian immigrants who came to the U.S. to escape communism. He was born in Detroit in 1966, but was always proud of his European roots.
We're Montenegrin, and that's a small country, less than 1 million people, right there on the Adriatic coast.
His family eventually moved from Michigan to Arizona. Brnovich went on to graduate from Shadow Mountain High School before earning a degree from Arizona State University. He later got his law degree from University of San Diego. And during that time, he served as a congressional intern for former Arizona Senator John McCain. Years later, he would become a judge advocate with the Army National Guard and also work for the Goldwater Institute. But most people will remember him for his public service to Arizona. In 2007, he became an assistant U.S. attorney in Arizona and over the years served in various roles with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office and Superior Court. In 2009, former Arizona Governor Jan Brewer nominated him to oversee the Department of Gaming. And in 2014, he defeated Democrat Felicia Rodolini to become the next Attorney General for Arizona.
I love this state, and I am committed to being the best Attorney General I can for all Arizonans.
The next 8 years as Arizona's top cop, Brnovich was a staunch defender of state sovereignty and fought to protect consumers from fraud. He sued the Obama administration over its clean energy plan, calling it federal overreach. He took on Google, citing privacy concerns over its data collection. He argued in front of the U.S. Supreme Court over issues of ballot harvesting and the right for states to deny immigrants public benefits. He even pushed back on allegations from Republicans that there was fraud in the 2020 election.
If indeed there was some great conspiracy, it apparently didn't work since the county election official was Democrat lost and other Republicans won. What really happened, it came down to people split their ticket. People voted for Republicans down ballot, but they didn't vote for President Trump, Martha McSally. And so that's the reality.
But it was Brnovich's personality that proved he was a different kind of public servant. He was a huge fan of music, particularly the Grateful Dead. A few years ago, after he lost in the primary to become Arizona's next senator, I sat down with him for Newsmaker and asked him about what he would like to do after politics. His answer proves he was a true Deadhead.
I think the dream job is probably going on the road and playing with Dead and Company and Bob Weir, man, you know? Just chill out, maybe some acoustic sets.
Do you play an instrument, by the way?
I've been playing the air guitar for like 30 years.
Okay. Brnovich was a husband and a father to 2 girls. He met wife Susan, who is now a U.S. district judge, while they both worked as prosecutors at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Mark Brnovich was 59 years old. Well, I can tell you he loved those girls, and he was a delight to be around. All the time that you'd interview him, he was a fun guy to hang out with. Brnovich's family releasing this statement, reading in part, "He will forever be remembered and cherished by us as a beloved father, husband, son, and brother. We are heartbroken with the loss and deeply moved by the outpouring of love and support from so many wonderful people across the state and the country."
And current Attorney General Chris May is also remembering Brnovich. She released this statement on X. "My heartfelt condolences go to his wife Susan and their entire family at this difficult time. Mark dedicated many years to public service in Arizona, including his 2 terms as Attorney General." As we continue to learn more about former Attorney General Mark Brnovich's passing, we will let you know online at fox10phoenix.com and on the free Fox Local app.